up? What's up, the league? Uh, want to say my bad. Last 2 weeks been MIA. Um, some of you guys know my grandma passed about 2 weeks ago. That's why I haven't done these in the last 2 weeks. Just kind of didn't feel right at the time, but you know, this right here. It's the last week before our finals for championship and our Azzaids Bowl. So want to get on here, let's talk a little bit of football, get my mind off a few things. Thanks for those who reached out to me. Appreciate it, man. Love you guys. But yeah, let's get into this stuff. All right. So congrats on Nighthawk and the En Fuegos making it past last week. That was bad for you, Mike and the boys, losing by 3 points. That's fantasy, man. OG men got blown out by 32 points. It is what it is. Like I said, fantasy. So this week we move on. Now we're all playing. Last week was only 2 teams. Only 4 teams playing. This week, it's everybody playing. Half of us to not get that Azaids championship, and the other half to win that the league championship. So we'll take a look at those matchups. The championship playoff bracket first, then we'll do the Azaids.
Drive. For their sake, hopefully end with a touchdown.
Yeah, get it to Lamb on the run, diving, and he's in for the touchdown. CeeDee Lamb gets the rushing touchdown. Third rushing touchdown of his career. A good effort in the rain just to kind of leap into the end zone. So the Cowboys able to put together a drive and at least something to build on for next week.
In today's NFL.
1st and 10. Gibbs was in motion. Outside it goes. Laporta gets by Josie Jewell to the pylon. 19-yard touchdown pass by Goff to his celebrated rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. And Laporta caught passes of 18 and the touchdown reception of 19 on that drive. 8 plays and 80 yards.
Well, Kevin, it was the yards after catch. Josie Jewell missing that open field.
Punt by Morstead. Dolphins begin at their own 40.
Going deep. Right there! What a perfect pass and play.
I want you to watch right up here and take a look at this route. Inside, nope, and he gets him, and that allows Tua, who say that he doesn't have a big arm.
Cook again, why not? James Cook through everyone, and he scores again!
Makes the playoffs. I don't care if they're the 4 seed, the 7 seed. I don't think it matters. I don't know anybody in the AFC that feels good coming here.
All right. So our championship bracket is set. We have Los Tanks versus the Nighthawk, the En Fuegos versus the Rook. It's gonna be some good matchups. Versus second, take on 4th and 6th place. Are they gonna keep the momentum going, or yes, Duel? We'll take a look at them. All right. In our first matchup, we have Los Tanks in first place at 13-1, projected at 144, versus the Nighthawk and fourth place projected at 123. So these guys have played each other twice during the season. Los Tanks won both of those matchups. But let's look at the teams. Los Tanks is starting Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Swift, Travis Etienne, Trey McBride, Michael Pittman, Isaiah Pacheco, and the Baltimore defense. Nighthawk, starting Jared Goff, T. Higgins, OBJ, Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, Laporta, James Conner, and Evan Ingram. And the Chiefs defense. Let's see, for Los Tanks, had he played last week, he would have lost to Nighthawk. I think he only put up a 112. And that's because he was missing Tyreek Hill, but then also Prescott playing against the Bills. We'll see how he does this week. I know he's great at home, away from home. Not too certain, but that should be a good game between them. It might be a shootout. Doesn't look like it's going to be a weather game, so it should be good for them. Swift versus the Giants. He should have that's a good matchup for him. ETN, Tampa Bay. I haven't seen too much about him, but he should be good. He should be solid. Trey McBride just went off against the Niners. Njoku went off on Chicago's defense, so it's going to be a little bit harder, though, because Chicago's defense has been stepping it up, and it looks like it's going to be a weather game. But, I mean, he gets the targets, man. Pittman Jr., that has been pretty solid all season, especially now with Minshew. Getting those dump offs and stuff like that. Atlanta's a little bit tougher defense against the pass, but I think he should be able to do it. They're fighting for playoffs, so they're going to want to be scoring. Pacheco, if he comes back, should be a solid start against Vegas. They give up a good amount to the running back. Baltimore, solid defense against the Niners, a little bit tough, especially on the road. Sure, you're not gonna start Kyle Pitts. Just kidding. Elliott would be a good start in case Pacheco doesn't go. Problem is that game's on Monday, and the Zeke matchup is Sunday night. I mean, you might get word, but it's kind of hard. I mean, I'm sure he'll play. But I mean, first place for a reason. Can't give you much advice. Like, good shit on a good season. Probably at the end of the season, I'll do another video, highlighting some foods, putting up some shit all season. On to the Nighthawk. Pulled it out last week. Whatchamacallit, Jared Goff with 40-some points against a tough Denver defense, but hey, he's at home. He's in a dome against Minnesota. Should be also a good matchup for him. No weather, no nothing. Should be okay. Just saw Jake Browning put up 30 points on him, so I don't see why he wouldn't be able to do that against Minnesota. It is divisional. Sometimes these divisional games are a little bit tougher, so we'll see how that is. T. Higgins against Pittsburgh. Good matchup, especially with Jamar Chase out this week. I just got a notification about it that says he is out. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. I just said Aaron Rodgers was getting activated FIR, but they said he's still going to rehab and stuff like that. But besides the point, OBJ against San Francisco. Honestly, I thought last week would be a good game for him, but fucking Trevor Lawrence, I don't know what happened in that game. To truth, I wasn't watching, but that could have sworn it was going to be a small shootout. But that fucking Baltimore defense is fucking legit, man. So who knows on this one? Also, if they could shut down Brock Purdy and it doesn't turn to a shootout, it might just turn into a run game. Um, Derrick Henry. Uh, Hopefully they don't shut him down for the season. I mean, I think you have Tajay Spears, so if you were in case that were to happen, but him giving you what like 2 points last game, and then Bijan giving you 0-4. It's kind of hard to trust those two guys, but hey man, you start your starters, I guess, and live with it. Sam Laporta had a big ass game, 30 some points against Denver. You start your tight ends against Denver. They don't really do well against tight ends. Minnesota, not too sure. I mean, I think they're okay. They're not like they shut down your tight ends, but Connor against Chicago. Chicago's a tough run defense. Um, like I said, it's a weather game. Evan Ingram against Tampa Bay. I mean, we just saw Kraft from the Packers put up some points against them. Should be good. Chief against Las Vegas. I mean, they're at home, so yeah, it should be a good matchup for them. I think the last time they played, though, they put up like 2 or something like that. Don't quote me on it. Let me check it. Yeah, 2 points. I think it boned Mike and the boys last time they played them. Um, yeah, I doubt Keenan Allen comes back, especially after the guys fired the coach. I mean, might as well just get healthy for next season. If he if he's even back for next season, maybe they might just clean house. But yeah, and with Pacheco coming back, CH is kind of useless. I mean, McKinnon would have been a little bit better. He gets those passing downs. Mm, maybe Thielen versus Green Bay, but I don't think he's been doing anything the last few games. Fell off after those 30-point games. I mean, it was decent, but those were tough matchups. Middle of the pack type of matchup. It's it's playoffs. It's that one guy you should have put in that's gonna affect you, and you gotta stop looking at the name and look at production. As I tell you to keep playing Henry and Robinson, but I mean it's not like you have anybody on here that you would be able to start over them. I was gonna say Davis, but I doubt it's gonna be a shootout in against the Chargers. Who knows? Maybe you get that bump from that interim coach and they play a little bit better. Um, but we'll see. Good luck to both of you. Hopefully, one of you makes it to the finals. Los Tanks going for his 5th championship. Nighthawk trying to redeem himself from last season. Um, was it a ball don't lie type of shit? So we'll see. Getting by these little wins with few points and shit. But all right, yeah, good luck, Los Tanks, Nighthawk. All right, in our second matchup, we have the Rook in second place, projected at 136, versus the En Fuegos in sixth place, projected at 149. So I gotta do the opposite way since the Rook is second place. First, was it first round bye? Rook is starting Justin Fields, Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Javante Williams, Devon Achan, TJ Hawkinson, Drake London, Josh Jacobs, and the Philly defense. Um, the challenger, the En Fuegos, starting Jalen Hurts, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Kyron Williams, Jameer Gibbs, Don Kincaid, Saquon Barkley, James Cook, and the Green Bay defense. These guys played each other twice in the season, and the Rook won twice. This last one by 2 points. To end the regular season. Sorry, just checking these notifications of football news. Um, so yeah, let's see. Justin Fields having a great matchup against Arizona. Him and DJ Moore connections pretty legit. Fucking, I think one of the times that he played the En Fuegos, they put up like 100 points on a Thursday night game. Waddle against Dallas. If Tyreek Hill comes back, it'll help him out. Get some of that attention away from him. Even though he's still getting targets, problem with him is just staying healthy. Fingers crossed, and not la pasa. But Javante Williams against New England, a little bit tougher matchup, and looks like it's supposed to snow. And yeah, it says snow. Uh, but that means more of a running game, so he should be okay. Achan versus Dallas. Dallas is not. You just saw James Cook put up like 40 points on him. T.J. Hawkinson against Detroit, a little bit tougher matchup, but T.J. Hawkinson's T.J. Hawkinson. He's gonna get his targets. Drake London against Indy. Indy could be thrown at. And now with Taylor Heineke as a quarterback, he should do pretty well. He's had here and there games, I believe, Drake London, but with Heineke, he'll sling that ball, and I think they're still in like playoff contention too, Atlanta. So I'm sure they're gonna want to win, but who knows with fucking Arthur Smith. Josh Jacobs, hopefully he plays. I think it was a quad. Problem is that thing's on Monday. My bad, man. I picked up Zamir White. I figured I'd use him. Yeah, you'd have to. Damn, going into Monday, you have no one on Monday except for Jacobs and the Philly defense. That's gonna be tough. Yeah, pretty much everyone's taken. But I mean, what's his name? Pierce, the coach for the Raiders, he's pretty good at being up front with the injuries and shit like that. So I'm sure we'll know more about Jacobs. Problem is, like I said, it's not till Monday. So I mean, probably by Saturday, Sunday, we should know more. So just keep a lookout for that. Robinson, I just saw that he's doing work on the sideline, but I mean the Jets give up a lot on the run, but again, I don't know, man. That offense sucks. Smith and Jigba, he's been pretty legit the last few games. He's finally back and healthy. Uh, but shit, I'd put Addison in there. Just go for wide receivers, just in case, you know. And he's is on Sunday, so yeah, he has a great matchup against Detroit. Detroit sucks against the pass, so I'm hoping fucking Jefferson could get some shit going for me. Um, yeah, that'd probably be my only advice. I saw you pick him up. I would have picked him up over the weekend, but I was like, do I really want two Viking wide receivers on my bench? Um, so yeah, it'd be between these two guys. They both have great matchups. Um, I don't know if Gino comes back, if it's Smith and Jigba, because I don't think they have that connection like Drew Lock does with him. It fucking sucks. You lost Chase. I just saw that. Yeah, he's pretty much out for Sunday's game, for Saturday's game. Um, so yeah, I mean, so, but hey, man, you've been on a hot streak. I think you've been on a few games in a row already. Fucking jumped all the way to second place. Good shit, man. Good luck, Rook. Now the En Fuegos, Jalen Hurts. He probably over that illness, whatever the fuck he was having, flu. Um, Against the Giants, I mean, I don't think he's gonna have to do much to get through this game, but we'll see. Mike Evans against Jacksonville. Mike Evans has been solid all season. He's a boomer bust guy. You're gonna have to live with it. Either he's gonna give you a great game, or he's gonna give you like maybe 1 point, but or he's just gonna give you one long touchdown pass and yes, duel. Cooper versus Houston. I mean, he scored on that fluke play from Flacco on against the Bears. Houston's a little bit tougher, I think, on the pass because I think they mostly run on them, but I think he should be good. They have some sort of rapport, him and Njoku with Flacco. Kyron Williams, legit against New Orleans, a little bit tougher matchup, but I think he can get it done because he catches passes and stuff like that. Um, Jameer Gibbs, you start him, solid start. Kincaid against the Chargers. I think the Chargers give up a good amount for tight end. I'm not sure what happened in the last game. I wasn't watching the Buffalo game, so I don't know why he gave up 0. He only had 2 targets. But I mean, he's been solid most of the season. Still regret dropping him. Fuck, should have held on to him. Saquon Barkley versus Philly, tough matchup. The Philly's just gonna focus on the run and force DeVito to throw the ball. Um, so temper that expectation, man. James Cook against the Chargers should be a solid. Uh, just saw Zamir White put up like 100 some yards on him and a touchdown. So if he could do that, I'm sure Cook could do that. Salud. So, kids are on break, so I got Moses over here sneezing in my video. Green Bay against Carolina. Um, Good matchup, but Carolina sucks. Uh, Looks like it's not a weather game, so should be good. Maybe a few turnovers, a few pick sixes. Um, Got Garrett Wilson on the bench, Zay Flowers, Tyler Lockett. I saw you pick up Kraft. I'm not sure how. I think if Jalen Reed doesn't play and Watson doesn't play, I think that should be a good matchup for him because he'll get some of those targets. Um, Chicago defense, Buffalo defense. I mean, Buffalo's defense is not bad. Just saw the Raiders put up 30 points on them. And then Chicago versus Arizona. I mean, Kyler Murray's gonna score, so it's kind of hard to trust Chicago. Um, but yeah, I guess my advice would be, I know it's hard to say, but Barkley would be my sit, and I'd put in Garrett Wilson against the against the Commanders. Great matchup for him. I think he'll put up big numbers, but yeah, I think he's like your number one pick, so kind of hard to sit him. But hey, just my advice, throwing it out there, just something to think about. Does bad against great run defenses, does great against bad. And who knows, you might need upside. Uh, yeah, two guys on Monday night, so that should be fairly. It'll come down on Monday to Christmas Day to find out who the winner is. Um, but yeah, man, you guys, like I said, you guys made the playoffs. You've been doing your shit. It comes down to these little choices of like who to start, who to not start. So, but yeah, man, good luck to you, to both of you. Uh, as of right now, they have it projected 149 to 136. We'll see how it ends. Good luck to you both. And our Azzaids Bowl. It's been a while since I've been down here, but yeah, okay. So our matchups are Los Borrachos versus Rebel Scum, projected 145 to 115. The Arab Sensations 115 versus the Warhammers 137. Um, we'll get into these matchups and see what's up. All right. In our first matchup in the Azzaids Bowl, we have Los Borrachos in 8th place, projected at 145, versus Rebel Scum, 9th place, projected at 115. Los Borrachos is starting Josh Allen, Justin Jefferson, Puka Nakua, David Montgomery, Brees Hall, Jake Ferguson, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, and the Denver defense. Rebel Scum is starting Joe Flacco, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Olave, Christian McCaffrey, Jerick McKinnon, Hunter Henry, Deontay Johnson, Noah Brown, and the Colts defense. Uh, for Los Borrachos, starting Josh Allen. Hopefully, he does better this game. I mean, I gotta start him. He's been my starter. He's been solid all season. I mean, hopefully he puts up points. What's his name? Aiden O'Connell put up fucking 30 points on him. I don't see why Josh Allen can't do that. Justin Jefferson hopefully takes advantage of a good matchup against Detroit. Puka Nakua, hit or miss. Either he gives me 20 points when I don't start him, or he gives me 12 when I start him. So see how that goes. Dave Montgomery has been struggling a little bit, especially with Jameer Gibbs taking some of that run. And if they get down by a little bit, ends up being more Jameer Gibbs than Montgomery. Uh, Brees Hall only put up 2 points last game, but it looks like that Miami defense is pretty tough, so held them in check. Against Washington, should be a better matchup for them. Jake Ferguson against Miami. You start your tight ends against Miami. They usually put up good points on them. Devontae Adams versus KC. last game against them. I think he only put up like 12 points or something, so he's an iffy for me. Um, Aaron Jones versus Carolina came back last game, did pretty well against Tampa Bay. Hopefully, they let him run more this time against Carolina. Let's see. Zach Moss is injured, not starting him. Reed, same thing, injured. I picked up White, so in case Jacobs doesn't play, I'd start him over Adams, just because I can't. You could run on Kansas City. A little bit tougher to pass on Kansas City, so I'd bench him. Not trying to lose. Singletary against Cleveland, tough matchup for him. So yeah, I wouldn't start him either. But it's between White. It'd be White and Reed. That would be iffies as my start, and I'd sit Adams because Puka Nakua on Thursday night, it would be too late for me to sit him. If he played on Sunday, I'd run that risk and then maybe sit him later. And then he would put up 40 points, and then I'd be like, what the fuck? Anyways, Rebel Scum picked up Joe Flacco this morning. Kept getting notifications, someone picking up people. So Joe Flacco against Houston. My whole thing is if they, especially with Stroud not playing, can they just run the ball and play defense? Because that defense is legit. So just temper that expectation. I mean, I think Baker's still on there, and they're fighting for a playoff position. And I think they're going up against Atlanta. I think he put up good numbers against Atlanta too. Up to you. Brandon Ayuk versus Baltimore, tougher defense, but I mean it's Ayuk. Chris Olave. I mean, I think they said he was supposed to play. They held him out last game so he could play this game. Rams giving up a lot of points on the pass, so it should be good for him. Um, Hopefully him and Carr can connect. Fucking Carr threw like 4 touchdowns this last game. Christian McCaffrey. I mean, I think he put up like 40 points or some shit. Last game. Jerick McKinnon against Las Vegas. Yeah, like I said, if I was starting people from KC, it'd be McKinnon and Pacheco. Hunter Henry against Denver. You start your tight ends against Denver. Kind of tough though with the snow, but I think he should be fine. He looks at him in the end zone, so he gets those touchdowns. Not much yardage, but he gets touchdowns. Deontay Johnson versus Cincinnati. I think it's still Trubisky playing or Rudolph. I'm not sure, but I mean, at this point, picked up Noah Brown. I think Nico Collins might be back, but not sure about that. I haven't heard much. I mean, it's Wednesday. I haven't heard much. I usually get my shit like middle of the day. Um, but he should be a good start. I mean, he was a good start last game. Came through at garbage time with a touchdown. Atlanta versus Indy versus Atlanta. Uh, I don't know, with Taylor Heineke playing, I think they're gonna put up points. So it's kind of hard to really start the Colts defense, but hey, they're still fighting for a playoff spot too. See on your bench, I think Taylor said Taylor might play, so that'll bump up. I think you'd start him over McKinnon or maybe over Johnson. Those would be probably the two that I would look to sit. I mean, fucking Johnson had his breakout game against me. and then didn't do shit after that. Just 2-7-3. Oh, he put up 18 last game. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we played one time this season, and that was his best game of the season with 190 points. Never forget. uh, I don't forget because he ended up fucking losing like 5 straight games and shit. Ended up in ninth place. Che vato. Yeah, pretty much in your bench. That's the only one that I would see. Taylor. Uh, yeah, obviously over McKinnon, and then you can run that whole McKinnon versus maybe Brown or Johnson. Like I said, Cleveland's a tough defense. I think their corners are, but their corners should be back. I think one of them was injured. Uh, Up to you. Won it last year. Still waiting on those punishments. Hopefully you don't get it. Now you got to do double. You never know, man. And shit, it could happen. Like like I said, that one time we played and you blew up for the fight. You had your highest scoring game. So, a ver qué. Good luck, Rebel Scum, but not really. All right. Our last matchup of the week. We got the Arab Sensations, 7th place, projected at 115, versus the Warhammers in 10th place, projected at 137. So they split the in season matchups 1-1. That last one with the Warhammers shutting down the Arab Sensations playoff push. Um, So yeah, the Arab Sensations starting Patrick Mahomes, George Pickens, Debo Samuel, Jenna Warren, Jerome Ford, Njoku, Stephon Diggs, Jahan Dotson, and the Tennessee defense. Uh, Warhammers is starting Matthew Stafford, Almond Ross St. Brown, Cooper Cup, Rashad White, Chuba Hubbard, George Kittle, Nico Collins, Rasheed Rice, and the Pittsburgh defense. Let's see. For the Arab Sensations, Patrick Mahomes hasn't been Patrick Mahomes. I don't think he's been putting up more than 20 points a game. Um, Sucks because you drafted him pretty high. George Pickens, same thing. I don't think he's been putting up numbers either. I just saw a video of him not blocking again. Debo Samuel, against Baltimore, tough defense, but I mean you start Debo. Jalen Warren versus Cincinnati. We just saw Ty Chandler run all over them. Um, so I think he could do it also. They're not going to trust Rudolph or whatever to fucking do the whole thing. Jerome Ford against Houston. You could run on Houston unless you're Derrick Henry. uh, but yeah, I mean, he should be solid. They're always a run first type of offense. Njoku, like I said, him and Flacco have a good rapport, so he should put up points. I think he's been solid the last few games. Stephon Diggs, I think he gets right this game. I mean, maybe they'll feed him a little bit more. I'm not sure if he's still injured. People are saying like maybe that's why he hasn't been putting up numbers and shit because he's kind of still dealing with the injury. Jahan Dotson, I wouldn't start him over against the Jets. I'd start Boyd since what's his name is out. Um, or even Chandler. I'd start Tyson Chandler over Jahan Dotson. But yeah, those two, Chandler and Boyd. I don't think Jahan Dotson's gonna do something. Uh, Tennessee, Seattle's been doing pretty well, and plus they're on the playoff hunt. Tennessee's giving up. I would drop them and pick up fucking someone else, man. Let's see. We got you got the Jets against Washington, or vice versa. You got Seattle versus Tennessee. Fucking uh, Cincinnati against Pittsburgh. I mean, that's what I would pick. I wouldn't start Tennessee's defense. And you may not want to put stock into the defense, but sometimes that defense points fucking helps you out. Um, that's pretty much it from your team. Like I said, I wouldn't start Jahan Dotson, but up to you. Warhammers, Matthew Stafford against New Orleans. A little bit tough matchup, but he's been pretty solid the last few games. Amon-Ra St. Brown, you start him. Feels legit every every week. Cooper Cup has been coming along. I think he's just gotten healthier, so he's doing well. White, finally, like where was this shit beginning of the season? Sure. When you really needed him. Um, Very good shit. Jacksonville a little bit tougher on the run, but the thing is, he catches passes. He's pretty much does it all. So good shit for him. Chuba Hubbard against Green Bay, great matchup. But White just put up like almost 30 points on him. So Kittle versus Baltimore. I think they're okay against tight end. Not too sure. Nico Collins versus Cleveland. You start Collins if he plays. He's always solid. Rice finally getting some targets, getting some run in that fucking offense. They need to fucking sit down Tony and start Rice as their number one. I think he could be their number one wide receiver. And same thing with you with Pittsburgh, man. They just lost two of their safeties and some guy on the line. I wouldn't trust them. Like I said, you got the Jets playing against Washington. Jets are at home. Uh, Seattle against Tennessee. I don't think Will Levis is playing. I think it might be Malik Willis or something like that. They said. Just saying. But it is a divisional game. Usually Pittsburgh plays them tough and stuff like that. So, and they're at home. Mm, let's see. Damn, sucks Mitchell on IR. I don't think Watson's playing. Even if he does against Carolina, they have a tough pass defense. That's pretty much it. I don't. No one really on your bench that I would start over anyone on your starting lineup. Bad. And just my advice with the defense. Like I said, they're on the waiver wire. Yeah, give it a look. But good luck to both of you. Maybe Warhammers being his first. I don't think he's been in the Azaids finals before, but we'll see. Uh, will the Arab sensations take his championship to the motherland? Who knows? Good luck to both of you. All right, and that is it for me this week. Good luck to you guys. Good luck in your finals. Good luck in the Azzaids Bowl. Catch each other crew Christmas. Not sure if everyone's gonna be there early in the morning or what the plan is. I'll send out a group. I'll reply to the group chat, see what's up with everybody. I mean, I wouldn't mind going early in AM for that Raider game, Chiefs game at 10 a.m. But not sure what everybody else's plan is. Uh, I got a head out to my mom's pad pretty much in the afternoon. So I'd probably watch that game and then I'd be out. But yeah, we can talk about it through the group chat. So thanks again everybody to reached out. Good luck to everybody. Uh Mike and the boys, OG men, fucking next year, dog. Come back. Um it's never too late to it's never too early for the research. Still watch the games, shit like that. Good shit, Mike and the boys. Out of the Azzaids Bowl this season. You don't have to go through the will I get the punishment or not. uh all right, so peace out, bitches. Talk to you guys later.